so I'm on time to go to and didn't miss last call, but they started enforcing the vaccine passport as of, what, they said yesterday?
Yesterday. So we went to go to, which is one of the world's highest rated cocktail bars. And
over at East Village.
Literally, she said, do you have proof of vaccination? And, you know, Tara and I, we're COVID survivors, and we couldn't get in. The funny thing to me is, and this is gonna have to be Rumble exclusive, but we're the ones that are not being allowed in.
So we were asking also the hostess about like how they are enforcing it. They are just checking vaccine cards against IDs, but Adam brought up points. You know, there are people who are going to
There's a black market.
There's a black market for that. New York State does have the Excelsior Pass, and there's another app that's going to be launched, I believe, tomorrow, called the Key to the City.
Right.
And then, so the mandate is to be enforced. The deadline for that is September 13th. But businesses on their own, they can start to enforce this at any point.
And the weirdest part,
most people are starting tomorrow.
The weirdest part was she said that their company is an early adopter, as if that's something to be proud of. I don't think that they realize the stupidity and hypocrisy of being proud to be one of the first places to mandate medical segregation, because that's what's happening. And I brought up the point with her, like, you know, how do you guys deal with the fact that Black Americans are least likely to be vaccinated? You're going to be rejecting Black people more than any other group. And she said that they're welcome to sit outside. So this sounds really, yeah, this sounds really familiar. You know, Black people sit outside, and, you know, white vaccinated people can go inside. It just sounds familiar. Am I right?
Yeah.
And this is a scary, slippery slope we're on. And so if you're watching this video and this upsets you, because it should. I'm a little upset right now. Are you upset?
I am. I wanted a cocktail over a Death & Co, but...
You need to use your voice like we do. Speak up. Stand up for people that aren't vaccinated, because today it's vaccination, but tomorrow it could be something else.
Show me your papers.
That's what it was. Show me your papers. And we don't have papers. But a COVID survivor, not allowed in. This doesn't make any sense. This country's on a bad path. Thank you so much, Joe Biden voters. I really appreciate you. You get what you voted for. Live with it and be accountable for what you've done.
You guys who voted for this present administration, live with it now and be accountable for what you've done.
So it's 5 a.m. here in New York, and we are in Walgreens by Union Square. And I want to show you guys what you voted for. When you voted for Joe Biden, you voted for shortages. I have never seen Walgreens, CVS, Duane Reade be short of so many items. And it's because you voted for the Democrats, you voted for these labor shortages, you voted for high unemployment rates. And this is my old neighborhood, and I am ashamed of what's happened to this. The Democrats should be put to shame. You should never vote blue again, because when you vote blue, this is what you get. You get what you vote for. And now you're gonna have to live with it and be accountable for what you've done. So here's another side effect of the Joe Biden economy. Or you could just say a blue economy. We can't find a taxi. And Tara, this is pretty common, right?
It's normal. This is why I walk every night.
So it's 5 a.m. and there's literally no taxis.
Normal.
When I lived here in 2015, I never had a hard time finding a taxi. I literally am not seeing any taxis on the street. It's bizarre. Like, it's weird.
No, I go out in West Village, East Village all the time. We end up walking back to Herald Square. Right?
You just can't find taxis anymore.
No.
Like, look, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I don't care that it's 5 a.m. In New York, there used to be taxis all the time.
Never.
And now they're not here anymore. Because you guys voted for Joe Biden. You guys voted for de Blasio. You guys voted for Cuomo. And this is what happens during a pandemic. Democratic policies are not for the people. They're for the elites, and they destroy the economy. They destroy the middle class. They destroy the lower class. And you need to vote for Republicans from now on. I'm telling you. The Republicans are the good guys. All right? And their policies will benefit all of us. This is terrible. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I'm appalled. It's despicable. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. I can go on and on with the words.
I just call this life. You're in New York City now.
And for the New Yorkers who don't know any better, because they don't go to places like Florida that are free and open, They don't get it. They have nothing to compare it to because they're stuck in their little bubble. And it's upsetting. I'm upset right now. I hope you guys can tell I'm upset. Look at this propaganda, guys. It said, stay strong, New York City. We are bold. We are fearless. You're not bold and fearless because that's called neurotic. That's not bold. That's not fearless. That's fearful. And that's what New York, that's what blue states are. These people are terrified. Terrified to a point that it's illogical. Like, it's mind-boggling. So is this normal to see Union Square barricaded like this?
Yes, this is an everyday sight. And it wasn't like this when I was living here like 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was never like that.
No. But you should see what like Washington Square Park looks like. Because like 10 p.m. is when they have the curfew.
Little angel.
You're an angel?
Tired, yes, sir. I'm tired. I'm trying to perform the truth. Human people is not good to play Chinese people with the camera. You know, play with my family. Look at my family's eyes. My family lie about an eye, sir. That's true. About meditation. Meditation, sir. Saw a fucking dirty cop that's going to fucking jail for the rest of his fucking life. And Christina Fernandez's family with Sophie fucking Diamond. Who the fuck said Christina Fernandez is a what?
Thank you for your words. Thank you.
Certified.
So she just dropped some knowledge, I guess. All right, guys. So I don't know what that was. I don't know what the hell she was telling you guys because I couldn't hear her. But she was forcibly removed from Walgreens when we were inside because I don't know what she was doing. New York, in my opinion, used to be one of the greatest countries, used to be one of the greatest cities in America. And I was so proud to live here. I thought I would never leave the city. It had everything I wanted. It had nightlife, it had great food, it had dating options, it had great places to live. That's all gone. Most of that's gone, I feel like. And I don't see the appeal of living here anymore. And as Tim Pool always says, leave the cities, it's time. Like, get out of the cities. Go live in smaller cities like Charlotte. Charlotte's the fastest growing city in America right now. And Charlotte's wonderful. It is clean, it's upscale, rent is much cheaper than New York, and they have a thriving economy. Go down to Florida, you'll have freedom. Go find some property in rural America. You don't have to worry about lockdowns or any of that crap. But the desire to live in New York, to me, is dead. It's literally, it's not even like limping around, it's dead. It's a corpse. And it's just heartbreaking for me as a New Yorker who used to love living in East Village. But wow, what a disgrace, what a sin. So these signs here say, welcome to Union Square. But these gates are basically telling you that you're not actually welcome to Union Square. So it should literally say, you are not welcome to Union Square. As an example of why New York City sucks now, this Chase Bank used to be a really famous bar, restaurant called Coffee Shop. And it was a staple here in New York City, especially, East Village. And great food. They had a bar downstairs. It was awesome. And it was part of the cultural fabric of the city. And obviously this was done pre-pandemic, so I can't blame COVID for this. But this is an example of the culture being washed away from New York. Places that used to be cultural institutions are now Chase Banks and Starbucks. So New York's completely corporate, global, and that makes sense because it's completely liberal. And I am surprised I have not seen Black Lives Matter signs everywhere. But if you guys do the research, support of Black Lives Matter has plummeted. They're actually, I believe, at a negative net favorability right now because of all of the damage they've caused to our society as an organization. Not the statement, as an organization. But this is another example of why New York City ain't what it used to be. So this prime real estate is for rent. And this prime real estate is for rent. So it seems like almost half the businesses here are for rent or they're just shut down. And this is Eastville. Here, another one, guys, check this out. Literally 3 within 6 stores. So basically half of East Village is for rent right now. So if you guys are looking to rent a place, just come to East Village and you could basically find whatever you want.
Union Square.
Yeah, this is Union Square.
Even more.
Yeah, this is
It's not even East Village, it's Union Square.
Yeah, that's true. We're a little too west for that, but we're in Union Square and everything's for rent. This is bizarre. It's depressing.
Adam, you gotta go around West Village. Like, West Village is like prime real estate. You will see nothing but graffitied walls, storefronts around there for rent signs. It's completely like weird, amazing.
It's like
so
worse than
unique.
this.
It's worse than what you're seeing now.
Wow.
Because, you know, West Village is total, like, prime real estate, super expensive living, but everything's graffitied. I was chased by a guy dressed up like a vampire when I had to run into a bodega, like, seek refuge from being attacked there.
That's crazy. And look, guys, all the damage that's happening here, and no one's even fixing it. I have seen so many broken windows here in East Village, and no one's fixing them. And there's this theory called the broken window theory, that when a neighborhood starts to allow broken windows to show up, it emboldens criminals who see broken windows as a sign that they can get away with petty crime, such as theft and vandalism and all that stuff. And that's what's happening. I mean, look at this, guys. This is prime real estate. Location closed. This is a Dwayne Reed, guys. This is a Dwayne Reed that got knocked out from the pandemic. Dwayne Reeds are getting knocked out in New York City. They should be thriving because all the big corporations are thriving right now. And the fact that Dwayne Reed can't even like withstand. What'd you say? As you stuff your face with sushi, you beautiful Mulan, you. But this is crazy. Hands up if you got vaccinated. Are you kidding me? This is a cult. Look at the creepy hands, it's a cult.
That's the unique part about being in New York for the next week, is it's going to lead the front of the vaccine passport. The official implementation date, early. It doesn't have to start being required by businesses until September, but businesses are like taking with pride, saying we're early. We're early with implementation. So like what we experienced tonight, tomorrow is going to be when the rest of the East villages, New York City is going to start like following suit. That you can't do indoor dining, you can't go to shows, you can't do gyms. And gyms are crucial to staying healthy, which is the ironic part.
Isn't that crazy, guys? Like when you exercise and keep a good body weight and a muscle mass, and they're taking that away from people.
We're living in that twilight world where here in New York City, this is what's going to be following suit for the rest of the country.
Well, I'm going to say it's going to be following suit in blue states. If you live in red states like Florida, hopefully other governors will have the courage and strength that DeSantis has and will ban this nonsense. Because in Florida, businesses cannot ask for vaccine proof. DeSantis made that illegal already. And so it's being here in New York for me is such an eye-opening experience, and it makes me even more firm in my support of DeSantis. And this is scary, guys. And if you're not scared, wake the up.
Trash can stops over. I wanted to throw something away, be a responsible citizen.
Throw it in there.
Sideways, right?
Are you talking to yourself in the mirror, sir? You talking to yourself in the mirror? We're trying to throw something out, sir. We're trying to be respectful New Yorkers.
The streets are completely empty, and yet he decides to react that way. That's how triggered New Yorkers are, triggered liberals are. The streets are completely empty. Just veer off to the side as you see me throwing something in the
Yeah, you were
trash
throwing
right
something
now.
in the garbage.
I was throwing it over my knocked over garbage can.
And since he's so eco-friendly on his bicycle, he should appreciate what you were doing.
But instead, he actually used a derogatory term that makes fun of handicapped people.
Exactly. So Tara, why was that man so triggered?
The thing is, people here in New York are on such a social justice warrior high horse.
I love that.
their hypocrisy. I always ask my dad, I was like, why do people like react so like differently this way? And he's like, oh, when people are losing, the hypocrisy really comes out. I mean, like literally now, haven't we been told for the last like several years, you're not supposed to use the term retarded? And I'm throwing something away in the trash, and he called me retarded. I'm like, aren't you making fun of like handicapped people by using the term retarded?
Yep.
So the hypocrisy really shows in simple actions in today's society.
Yeah, I mean, New Yorkers have always been known to be on edge and to be easily triggered, but I've never seen anything like this before. This is just a whole new level of being neurotic and being just burdened with fear. That's what they are. New Yorkers are burdened with fear. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's despicable. Tara, what is it that they call us?
And they call us deplorables.
Yeah, they call us deplorables, and they are acting lower than deplorables at this point. They're lesser than deplorables the way they're acting.
Hypocrites.
It's beyond that. I don't even know what the word is. It's beyond that.
The hypocrisy.
Beyond that. By the way, I just realized the sun is starting to come up.
This is when I go home.
Yeah, good times, guys. Good times.